Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 6 to 9 month baby must-have essentials. I'm a little bit behind because my daughter is turning 1 in a week, which I can't even think about that. That's insane to me. But I need to catch up on my 6 to 9 month must-haves and my 9 to 12 month must-haves. So for today's video, I'm going to be covering all the essential products that I think are a must-have for this age, 6 to 9 months. Every baby's different, so what they're gonna need, of course, is gonna be dependent on your baby's personality, etc. But these are the things that I have found very, very helpful. I will link everything down below in my description box if you're interested in anything that I mentioned today, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So the first kind of section I'm gonna cover is mealtime. So what you're gonna definitely want is a silicone bib with the pocket. These are a must-have for me. They are so much better than any standard, just like lay against them bib without a pocket. The pocket is a must-have because it catches so much food that they drop. My daughter digs into the pocket all the time to get the food that she drops, and it just catches so much from going all over the floor. So this is the one from Mushie. I love this brand. I think these are really high quality. They're really comfy on her. We do have a couple from Target, and I definitely prefer this Mushie one. I feel like it's structured enough without being stiff and uncomfortable for her. So this one's really flexible, really soft around the neck. Some of the cheaper ones, not that this one is expensive, but ones that are more affordable than this one are kind of rough on the neck part. This one's really, really soft and nice and structured, so it holds quite a bit of the crumbs that she drops. So you're definitely gonna want one of these, and they're super, super easy to clean. Next mealtime necessity, I have 2 different cups depending on their age that I find really, really good. The first one is an open cup. This one is from Mushie as well. But a ton of brands make these, and there's smaller ones like the tiny little cups as well. But I just started her off on this open cup. It's a really good thing for them to learn how to drink with an open cup, just in the way that they're swallowing. It's better for them to first start with a cup like this. So I would just fill it up a little bit, and I would tip it into her mouth and help her learn to drink. So this is one that I really like. They're super easy, and then they can also use these as they get older as well. So I will link a few of the open cups below that I really like, but this is probably my favorite one. We also have a little tiny steel one from one of her Love Every boxes, which she loved that one as well. So I will link the Love Every play kits below if you're interested in that as well, but this one is really, really good. Next are spoons, and I've tried out a few different spoons, but these are my favorite. These ones are from Amazon. They come in a pack of 3. I have a couple of them here, and then I keep one at my brother's house because they live down the street. So these are really awesome because they're small enough for your baby to actually grip on to this part. It's perfect for their little hands, if you guys can see that. And then the nice thing about these is they're really shallow, if you see the tip, so they can actually get a lot of the food that's on there. I found with some of the other spoons that I tried to use with her at first, they were too deep. So I would put it in her mouth, and then she'd only get a little bit of the food, and the rest would be still in the spoon because she couldn't get all the way down in there. So these really shallow kind of flat spoons are really, really great for beginners in eating, and then she just loves them now because she can easily like grasp the whole spoon. It's not going to be like this massive spoon that's hard to control. So I really, really like these ones. They're silicone as well, and she does a really great job with these ones. The next cup that I want to talk about, I have a couple favorite straw cups. One of them is at my mom's house, so I'll insert a picture of it when we get to that point. But this is the Easy Peasy cup, and she loves this cup. This is our most used straw cup for her, and it's just a silicone cup. One thing to note are these are not like spill proof, leak proof cups, but I think these are really, really great for when they're learning how to drink out of a straw. She is almost a year old now and still loves this cup and uses it every single day. She'll grab the whole thing and drink out of it. So I really found this one helpful because the straw is skinny, it's firm, and the cup is a nice size for them to hang on to. So we use this cup a ton. This is one of our most used items. I have gotten a few questions about how I got my daughter to learn how to drink out of a straw. And the best way that I learned was to dip the straw in water, put your thumb on the top so all the water is trapped in the straw, put it in her mouth, and once she started sucking, then I would let go so the water would come in, and I would just keep doing that so she would realize when she sucks on the straw, that's when water would come. And it really only took her like barely any time of me doing that, probably less than 5 times of me doing that, and she just got the hang of it and chugs water now. So we love this cup. The other straw cup I really love is the Lalo one. I really like the color, it's super cute. I love the handles on it. That's one thing that I find really helpful. She can just grab onto the handles and carry it around. And then we also have some cups from Amazon that I can link below, but these two are my favorite, and I highly recommend going from an open cup to a straw cup, and then you can move on to a sippy cup, but she does really well with straw cups. The next must-have for me for mealtime is a couple of snacks that are kind of my holy grail. Throw this in the diaper bag, give her some of these while she's waiting for her meal. We're in Target and she needs a snack. These are the 2 snacks that I really love for her. These little teether crackers were a wonderful first food. They're these little cracker wafers that just dissolve in their mouth, so you don't really have to worry about choking because they dissolve so quickly. I would just take little pieces off and give them to her and let her kind of figure out how to chew them and break them down, but you don't have to worry too much because they eventually just dissolve. There's a lot of brands that I like. We use this Happy Baby brand. We use the Mum Mum crackers that we get on Thrive. There's a ton of brands of this kind of thing, but these are perfect, like throw in your diaper bag, give them something to keep them busy while they're waiting for their meal to be done, or just when they're first learning how to eat. These are a really, really easy first food. So we really love those. She still eats them, but I just give her like a big cracker and she'll chew on it now that she's bigger. And the second one are yogurt melt bites. So these are like a freeze-dried yogurt fruit snack. These are like these little, I'll show you. These are just like little disc type things, and you can break them in half, break them in little parts, and they melt. I will say for babies that are just learning how to eat, I find that breaking these is really good because they are like a circular shape and they melt, they don't just dissolve. I found that she would kind of gag on these if I would give her a whole circle, but if I broke them in half, there was never a problem, and now that she's older, I can give her the whole thing, but that's just something to note. But these are another throw in your diaper bag, give them a few of these to tide them over. I feel like you need little snacks like this that aren't messy, that are easy, that don't have to like stay in the fridge. These are really good. So that's everything for mealtime. I have one teething item. I feel like I've covered teething a lot in these essential videos, so I'm not gonna do a ton on teething this time, except for these. These are amazing. I will link them below. My mom had a few of these that she gave to us. I think she got these from Bed Bath & Beyond. They're just little like plastic ice cubes. So they're a little plastic cube filled with water, and then you just put them in the freezer and they freeze into a little cube. And these are perfect for them to hold in their little hands and just bite on. This has been such a tool for us when she's teething. She got her front 2 teeth, and those ones are a pain in the butt. That was 2 weeks of her being miserable. Those top teeth are so big and painful. So this was amazing. I would just hand her one of these ice cubes and she would just gnaw on it. These are so awesome for them because it's hard, it's cold, it helps their teeth. Teethers are great. Chewing on teethers is amazing, but this was something that was actually like cold that would feel good on her gums. So I will link these. They're really cheap and we use them every time she's teething. They're a must-have and she loves them. Next, for safety, I just have 2 things. At this point, typically your baby's crawling around, standing up on things. My daughter was walking at 9 months, so we had to do a lot of baby proofing along the house and things like that. So the two main things that I recommend are outlet covers. You're gonna need that every single outlet because your baby will find it and try to stick their fingers in there. And then a baby gate. I will link the one and put in a picture of the one that we have. We just got a pressure mounted one because ours is at the top of our steps in our banister, so we didn't want to have to drill into our banister, but there are tons of baby gates, but I will link the one we have. I think it's super easy to use. I've used a few baby gates that like lock up weird or they're kind of finicky. This one is so easy. It's really, really nice. So you're definitely gonna want baby gates at this point. Once your baby can move around and you have steps, you need a gate. So I highly recommend this one. I just wanted to mention those two little baby proofing things because once your baby's mobile, there's no stopping that baby. And then especially once your baby's walking, you gotta have every single thing baby proofed in that house. So those are the two kind of safety things for this age. And I wanted to cover just a couple of kind of clothing, apparel, sleep sack things. So the first thing I wanted to mention is rompers and sleepers and stuff with open feet. So not having footies anymore at this point. You can definitely have those for sleep time. We still had her in little sleepers. Now we've moved to like 2-piece sets, but sleepers from 6 to 9 months. But during the day, I find it really helpful to have open feet because they're learning to crawl, because they're trying to stand up. Having their feet open to kind of feel the floor and feel the textures and grip onto things is really, really helpful as they're learning to crawl, learning to stand up. So having some one pieces that have no footies attached or just, you know, like pants and a shirt, whatever. But sometimes you still want to do a one piece. They're still really little. So these ones are from Kite Baby. I love Kite Baby. They have the softest material, and these are a zip up onesie, but it has the open feet, which I just find really helpful for this age. As they're trying to pull themselves up, they need some grip. As they're trying to learn how to use their feet and hands and crawl, it's really nice to not have stuff on their feet if possible. So I found these really helpful for this age. Next item is this Dreamland Baby weighted sleep sack. Dreamland Baby did so kindly send this to me as a gift, but this is not sponsored by them. So I am gonna be sharing with you about this sleep sack, but again, it's not sponsored, just gifted. So thank you to them for gifting us this sleep sack. I was super interested in trying out this weighted sleep sack, so that was perfect timing to have them reach out and ask if they could send us one. So we've been using this sleep sack and I love it. My daughter loves it. It is so cool because, as you can see, it's got all these little pouches and it evenly distributes the kind of weighted beads in there. So that gave me peace of mind that there wasn't gonna be like a certain area of her body that was getting like heavy weight. It's all perfectly evenly distributed. This is 100% non-toxic material, which is really important to me. If you guys have followed me, you know I am very interested in the ingredients that I use, and so I was really happy to hear that. This is really nice because it just makes her feel secure and calm. I sleep with a weighted blanket and it helps me just kind of feel at ease. So this has been really cool. She's been really liking it. It helps. I can tell when I put it on her, she just kind of relaxes and it just helps her feel nice and safe. So this is really awesome if you guys are looking to try out a sleep sack, if you're having a hard time with baby sleep, if you're thinking maybe something could make them feel a little bit more comfortable and at ease. I highly recommend this one from Dreamland Baby. I'm sure you've heard about this sleep sack and I was so excited to try it. If you are interested in any of kind of the safety certifications or the research behind this or all of the different information about this sleep sack, because I looked into all of it because I want to make sure that I know everything about it before I put it on my baby, and I felt really confident using this on my baby. Their website I will link below and you can read all about the sleep sack, all about the success people have had with it, and I highly recommend giving it a try if you are interested. I also do have a discount code that Dreamland Baby was so kind to give me, so I will put my discount code and link below if you are interested in trying out this sleep sack and seeing if it helps your baby's sleep improve as well. Thank you again to Dreamland Baby for gifting us this sleep sack. I'm so thankful for them to let us try out a sleep sack that we've been wanting. So that is kind of it for apparel. And then the last part that I wanted to cover for essentials are the toys that I find really, really helpful. So I'm gonna share with you 3 toys that my daughter has absolutely been obsessed with from 6 months till now, and things that I think would be really helpful for your baby at this age. So the first thing is a little walker. Now, they make aesthetic, beautiful, wooden, neutral walkers. My daughter is obsessed with this one, and I just have found babies like this stuff. So these tend to be a lot cheaper than the beautiful aesthetic wooden ones, but you do whatever you want for your family and your baby. But this one from Target, she's obsessed with. She loves it. It has toys on the front. You can flip this back and forth. You can move this up and down, turn this, turn this. There's buttons. You can turn on the music, but right now my daughter's napping, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit quiet in here. But it's just a little walker that they can practice standing up on. They can push around, and they can play with the front, so it's kind of a 2-in-1 toy. This was her favorite toy for the longest time, for months, her most used toy. My daughter is a mover. She always wants to be moving. She does not just like sit very often. She's always walking, climbing, running, crawling, everything. Since she was little, she's always wanted to move, and she's always been a mover. So she loves this. At this age, I feel like this is such a good toy, a walker of some kind. Of course, there are, you know, safety things to consider about walkers, but I found in my personal experience, we didn't have a lot of issues with her falling or doing any of that. But of course, you make the decision that feels best for you and your child, but she loves this. And then the second toy is a little bit of a step up from that one. Wait for it. This unicorn rocker ridey toy. She loves this toy. This is her favorite toy she's ever used. She's used this for the longest amount of time, like without getting bored or moving on or outgrowing it. This one also has music, but I have the volume off. This one has buttons on the top that sing and make sounds and talk. I feel like everything nowadays has that. And then the cool thing about this is this part, you can push them on it and she can ride around in it. She is obsessed with riding on this. We pushed her through this all through the neighborhood. We'd put my robe string around this and just pull her around the kitchen. Obsessed with it. She goes in the front and pushes this thing all around, and then you can also unscrew this and flip this and it becomes a rocker, so she can rock back and forth. She cannot be more obsessed with this unicorn toy. I will link it below. It is her favorite, her all-time favorite toy ever, and she has used it for the longest amount of time of any toy. And I just think having stuff that they can push, stand up on, ride, rock on, they're gonna love that. Exploring their movement, being able to stand up, doing stuff like that. And this has been her favorite ever. So I wanted to mention this one. It's also very, you know, versatile of what it can do. They can push it, stand up on it, play with the buttons, ride it, rock on it, all sorts of stuff. The last toy is this one. She got this for Christmas from Ben's aunt. And this little toy is so awesome. This one is, it might be a little Einstein's toy. I'm not sure. I'll link it down below. This is the perfect car toy. Absolutely perfect car toy. It has, again, I could turn on the music, but I just want to keep it a little quiet. It's got all these buttons. It's got this that moves. You can flip this back and forth. This little flower pulls out. The nose of the elephant turns. It's got handles with stuff on it. It has so many keep her busy components that when we go on a car ride, I hand her this toy and she is busy. She loves this toy. Of course, she plays with it in the house as well, but this little toy is like an all-encompassing busy toy, but it's small. So this has been really, really awesome for anytime I need to keep her busy, anytime we're going in the car, especially if we're in the stroller, whatever. This is such a good toy. I just could not recommend it enough. It's got every little thing to keep their little minds busy, and it's small. I feel like a lot of toys like this are massive, but this one's really, really little and compact, and it's just been the most useful thing, so I wanted to mention that as well. So that is it. Those are all of my 6 to 9 month baby must-have essentials. I will link everything down below in the description box if you're interested in checking anything out. I will also put the discount code and link to the Dreamland baby sleep sack if you guys want to check that out as well. Thank you so much to them for gifting me the sleep sack. I love to partner with brands that I was already looking into and already excited about trying, so I'm really thankful for that. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That means so much to me, and I appreciate you guys watching so much. You can also follow my Instagram if you're interested in doing that. It's just rachelfreeby_. I would love to have you there as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.